The Houston Texans have released All-Pro safety Ed Reed from their roster after signing him as a free agent coming off of a Super Bowl victory with the Baltimore Ravens. Reed is clearly one of the greatest safeties in the history of the NFL. My money is on Brian Dawkins for the best, but I'm impartial when it comes to the Eagles. Reed brought great leadership to the locker room, both in Baltimore and surely was expected to do so with the Texans. The Texans, though, clearly are now going to be playing for a draft pick next year because their season is all but done with. So maybe keeping a veteran on for that kind of salary isn't worth it. Some will speculate that perhaps it was Reed's comments after this week's loss when the Texans, according to Ed Reed, were outplayed and outcoached. That's kind of a slap in the face to management and the coaching staff, whether it had to do or was directly related to or just expedited his release. That remains to be seen. If Reed passes through waivers, any team that picks him up will probably pay about $4 million of the salary remaining on his contract. He's guaranteed $6 million just for what he's already done this year. So he should be fine in that regard. The question is he healthy enough to continue playing, or is it even worth it to the All-Pro Super Bowl champion, Ed Reed, who is no longer with the Houston Texans? Baltimore has taken a lot of criticism for letting go some of their leadership positions, knowing that Ray Lewis was going to retire. Maybe they could pick him up. Maybe he could help out in that locker room, if not on the field. In other NFL news, some trouble for the Kansas City Chiefs, who have been living a charmed life this season with the emergence of a now undefeated 9-0 team coming off a bye week with a great coach, Andy Reid, clearly the coach of the year. Finally, trouble. It could be a little bump in the road, but Dwayne Bowe was arrested and released on bond this morning, or last night. Bowe apparently was arrested for speeding and being in possession of a controlled narcotic. Now, I don't like to jump to conclusions. I don't know what did happen or did not happen. However, I do know a little bit about Coach Andy Reid, having been in Philadelphia for 14 years. Andy Reid one time benched Correll Buckhalter for a similar incident where he was caught with a little bit of controlled substance on his person. It was kind of innocent, but he likes to send his players a message. He cares more about the people and the players and the family, which is the locker room, than he does about winning, and trust me, he wants to win. He had benched Deshaun Jackson for being late, missed the Cardinals game a couple years ago, and the Eagles lost the game. In a game Jackson surely would have made a difference. So Andy Reid is all about character and personality, and he cares about Dwayne Bowe, and whether or not they win or lose against the Broncos is going to be second to this guy. But that caring that he has for his players is really part of why this team rallies around a guy like that and why they're 9-0. So it depends how you look at it. Will Bowe play in this all-important game coming up this week against the high-powered offense with Peyton Manning coming off an ankle injury? It remains to be seen. So what will Andy Reid do? Play Bowe? Not play Bowe? Will Peyton Manning be 100%? That's the big game this week. Chiefs going to the Mile High City, Denver, to take on the Broncos. And congratulations to Ed Reid for a great career if it should end. And if not, what team's going to pick him up?